Hi guys, so now we are on part 3 of our session, okay, where we are going to discuss the ways that the government can actually bail the economy out.
Correct.
Okay, after seeing what the problems were in the economy, after seeing what options the government has as its disposal for bailing the economy out.
Guys, there is a saying that in the desperate times need drastic changes.
Yeah.
And this is that golden spot where government can push through drastic changes.
Drastic and some financial engineering and innovation creativity is also required.
Correct, because we are not talking about calibrations, we are talking about bringing new device.
Correct.
Now, this is based on our study. When we studied the history of various countries and when we analyzed how they came back from the distress, we found out a particular the way provided by Mr. Richard Werner, that too in Japan, very interesting and applicable to India.
Yeah.
Correct, and we loved the approach. Okay, now obviously Japan didn't followed his suggestions, and that's why currently Japan is in the mess. Correct. Now let's discuss Richard Werner's way. Okay, this is QE, this is quantitative easing, but not like US and the Euro. This has a different approach. Now, part of approach is like US, but let's discuss first. Now, currently, our NPAs in the banking system, they are at 8.05 lakh crores. Okay, and people are saying NPAs are improving. Yes, from 8.50 something lakh crore, we are at 8.05 lakh crore. But still, entire banking system is in distress, especially PSU banks. Correct. And now we are also talking about private banks statement of NPAs, and we have seen what happened with S Bank.
Every result there is a new
issue,
new thing that is coming.
Correct.
So
what is the solution?
Where does this end?
Correct, end. Now, first thing first, according to us and this Richard Werner's approach, central bank should buy out all the NPAs at face value.
And give that money to the banks.
Yes, that means 8.05 lakh crores NPA will be on the balance sheet of central bank. And
it is their owners to recover it then, however they want to, from the loan entities.
And even if they are not going to recover, they will stay on their balance sheet.
Forever.
Okay. Yeah. Secondly, all this money will go back to the bank. Once money is in with the bank,
the banks will be
capitalized, liquidated. They are ready for capital creation.
In fact, they will be overcapitalized
because right now the situation is such where even if they want to lend money, they are not in the position.
Correct.
And that's why all this merging and everything is happening. Yeah. But if you push this money in the system, entire things will change.
So bank balance sheets will be wiped clean. All the dirt will be on the central bank balance sheet. We'll talk about that.
Correct.
The clean balance sheet of banks will enable them to disburse credit in a very fast way.
Correct.
But that has to be monitored.
Because since central bank is giving money, they will monitor everything.
Yeah.
Until now, what used to happen, it was our hard-earned money through taxes. Government used to give it to banks for recapitalization, and hence there was very less monitoring.
Yeah, and this entire NPA thing is a monitoring mistake. Lack of monitoring that has been happening. Sheer neglect.
From top to bottom, lack of monitoring.
Yeah, correct. And the problem has arisen. Now that it has arisen, you clean it up. You take a one-time hit on the RBI balance sheet.
Correct. And that is feasible because who prints money? RBI prints money.
Correct.
They need to print this extra money. I know that is going to create some unbalance, but that is okay. This is a drastic time.
Yeah.
Put the money in the bank's balance sheet. Yeah. These banks will be liquidated and up and roaring to go. Now, what is the good thing is now government don't have to recapitalize. Yes, recapitalize the banks from taxpayers' money or from their books. Now these guys have money to spend. Second step, now they are not scot-free to lend money to everyone and anyone. Otherwise, again, entire thing will repeat. Second part is that this money, government, they should not issue government bonds. This will circumvent external debt ka issue.
Correct.
They should take loans from these banks.
Yeah.
So now it has our creativity also. Like our real estate has problem, our infrastructure has problem. So Janak, you were talking about building the specific funds for each and every sectors, correct?
Yeah. So once you have that kind of money, you can channelize it in whatever way you want. And since
Best
the
way.
RBI is giving the money to them, they can dictate on how they want it to be spent.
Correct. And even when government takes loan from these banks, they can put it into real estate funds. That real estate fund will directly give money for real estate development. That's it.
Yeah.
So monitoring will be crystal clear. It will be focused. Money will be there where mouth is. It
Correct.
will not be a scattered situation.
And we will have a very, very euphoric economy with lot of activity and resilience that is going on, and the employment will go through the roof and everything will be rosy.
Happen.
Now let's talk about the 8.05 lakh crore which will be on the central bank's balance sheet.
So there are two aspects, Janak, for this.
Yes.
I'll talk about the first, then you talk about your opinion. The first is, according to me, that since central bank, they are taking these, they have strong enough balance sheet to hold these assets for longer period of time.
Correct.
Since they are printing money, there will be a problem in rupee depreciation. But even in the previous situations, we were at 43, we were at 70 now.
Yeah.
Correct?
So it's not like it has ever been avoided.
Yeah, and it's not like central banks need recovery ASAP. They can take time, 5 year, 10 year. Have a look at QE in US and Europe. Now, that QE will get materialized in 21, 22, 23. But now EU is like, European Central Bank is like, we don't want to recover the money. We will postpone the things.
Correct.
We will provide some leeway.
China has taken 100-year loans.
100-year loans. So they have enough capacities.
Yeah. Now,
second point.
The second part of this is that if you look at the infrastructure NPAs, now most of the NPAs are either real estate or infrastructure.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So if you look at the infrastructure NPAs, they are stuck because of some or the other reason. Funding is one reason.
Yes.
But there are perfectly good power plants which are stuck because they don't have coal.
Correct.
There is some or the other government issue that is affecting another entity of the government or maybe private.
Perfect.
And if the government or the RBI has this under their belt, okay, they can have a single window or a committee which clears all these issues and starts the recovery of all these loans. So if out of this 8 lakh crore ka loans, even if 5 lakh crore ka loans are in the process of recovery over the next 10 years, still a win for the RBI.
Yes, still a win for the RBI. It is possible.
And banks are not going to achieve this. Like they have got the bankruptcy code. Fine. It's a good code. But they are not going to achieve this kind of a recovery rate unless one entity handles the whole thing.
Correct. Means in both the situations, central bank can afford this and they can manage this properly. Okay. And this will create a third part, which is the even more important part. It will start that credit creation cycle in the banking system.
Yeah.
And because offtake cycle, because if you know, capital adequacy is between 10 to 12. Okay. It keeps on between 10 to 12. So if you have 12 rupees, bank can give loan around about 100 rupees. It's actually much better leverage, but still let's talk about these numbers. So if you have 8 lakhs and if you are giving most of this 8 lakhs to government for putting money in the infrastructure or economy, and from that injection, if there is a new demand on the consumer side or a middle level or any level, then even banks still have that leverage to create that credit, extra credit for the economy. So that's why this way we think can change India forever.
Right.
Correct.
And it's required, like this big a move is actually required at this point if we want to be a leader.
Yes.
Then otherwise we will laggard or slowly, or we'll probably die in the middle of God knows what.
Yes. Otherwise we will keep on selling India story for next 50 years.
Yeah.
कि आएगा.
और अपना population बूढ़ा हो जाएगा.
Yes, अपना time आएगा. Okay.
Yeah. So this was the first thing. Second is ways to provide direct benefit to the bottom of the pyramid, like we discussed in the fertilizer thing.
Yes, that has to be there.
And there has to be some way you directly give the benefit instead of all these subsidies and all that, which is through and through some body. The number of bodies you put in the middle, that much leakage is going to be there in your subsidy. That is the hard fact of our country.
Correct.
Our country is not non-corrupt. It's a bloody corrupt country.
Correct.
And the money is going to get leaked.
Correct. And why we are again talking about this? Because entire cycle has to move simultaneously. If you put in an industry, it will take 2 cycles, 2 quarters, 3 quarters to get into trickle down to final consumer.
Yeah.
Hence, both sides you need to push in.
Correct. So corporate tax to cut de diya, industry ko de diya. Now that will trickle down. Niche bhi de do. That will go up, and that will start the fire on both the ways.
Correct. And the third and the last thing, shorter term fiscal slippage.
Yeah, we discussed this also, that if there has to be a fiscal slippage, our realistic fiscal deficit is 4.25% if you add the off-balance sheet items. Okay, you can probably take that to 6%. Maybe that much amount of money can be added in our economy, and since there is less demand for our long-term GSEC bonds right now, owing to the debt crisis and owing to no money in the economy.
Correct.
You can actually circumvent this by shorter term borrowing.
Perfect.
Either external, internal, mix of both, doesn't matter. But the fiscal deficit slippage, it should be shorter term for the next 2 years or tops 3 years. And that's it,
And that it should create that revenue. It should create that economic activity, which will in turn decrease the fiscal deficit in future. Now, this is the way. Now, let's go back to our fantasy world. What we want.
Correct.
What we want, what is our vision. In TMR, we always discuss about vision. And we always discuss about how we only copy either West. अब पहले हम लोग को क्या बनना था? We wanted to be a New York. Then we wanted to be a Singapore. Then we wanted. Now we want to be a
Shanghai.
we want to be a Shanghai. Why we are copying everyone?
Yeah.
Currently, government is again going towards manufacturing route. Yes, we should. With the taking into consideration the population, we want those manufacturing jobs to cater, but we have enough number of skilled population also, and that too in IT. Janak, the entire IT boom, we were doing data related stuff, data management, data processing. We were the data warehouses, we were the KPOs and BPOs of the world.
Right.
And now when the entire world is going to be a data world,
you want to focus on manufacturing,
or we want to lag behind.
That is ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. So we all know in next 10 years, future is going to be data analytics, ML, AI. No question asked. It is going to be there. Just go and look at Amazon, Google, Microsoft's AI divisions. Okay, all these players, they talk about renewable energy. Google is providing assistance to crude oil industry. Where is the oil? How to bring out oil efficiently, for all that through AI. That is the situation. Okay, what is the Putin's statement?
So Putin made a statement that the country which is going to win this economic warfare is going to be the one which leads in the AI field.
Correct. Especially in 2015, China started taking this entire thing very seriously. They want to be a 5 trillion renminbi AI industry by 2030. 5 trillion renminbi. Renminbi, take it, $1 is equal to 6-7 renminbi. Something like that. I don't know the exact rate. But still, it's huge, correct? Now, currently, they are at 400 billion renminbi.
Okay.
Now, critical part is how we lag behind. US want to spend $1 billion on AI, non-defense, per year, non-defense AI.
India is spending $1 billion in the next 5 years.
That is a promise. Again, that is a promise. That is not a hardcore thing. One more interesting fact, in 2017 and 18, China's AI startup space got $37 billion funding in 17-18. So think about the situation, how far we are.
And talking about the market fit, we've got so many IT people in our country.
IT people who have worked in a data and who have slogged off in a data since last so many years.
Adaptability is not a question here.
Not at all a question. So
it's just a lack of thinking or a lack of push in the right direction, but there has to be a push in this direction.
And hefty push.
Proactive push.
Proactive, hefty push. More than anything.
So this is one thing that we are looking for in this budget too.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So yes.
So I think this is it. This is our comprehensive pre-budget coverage spanned over 3 videos.
Correct.
If you have any questions, comments, doubts, clarifications, put them down in the comment section or mail us. We will be happy to answer it in our next video.
Yes, and please subscribe to our channel if you want. Yes,
that is so cliched.
No, that is cliched. But if you want to have want to have connect with us, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you. See you guys.
Okay, see you.